Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review, and this time, it says we're a couple months away from the Winter Olympics. Figured do a Winter Olympics themed movie. And I'm talking about the 1992 film, The Cutting Edge, starring D.B. Sweeny, Moira Kelly, and of course for all your Lost fans out there, and so also was Terry O'Quinn when he actually had here. And of course this is, if this movie was made today in 2013 and not 1992, this movie would probably get like 0 stars, from critics all over the country, because this movie is kind of predictable. And you know that these two characters are going to end up with each other at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. But the movie starts, D.B. Sweeny is a hockey player who, the movie actually starts at the 1988 Olympics in Calgary, and it starts from their story from the 1988 Olympics, and it goes through the 92 Olympics. So it spans over 4 years, and it starts with D.B. Sweeny is this hockey player from Minnesota, and working class hockey player, and he's in college, University of Minnesota. He's on the U.S. Olympic team. Now this is still back in the days when you had amateurs, except for in the Olympic sports, it still was an amateur sport. Unlike now, we have, except for the hockey, except for the figure skating, so you have practically all amateurs at that time. Now it's all professionals. But D.B. Sweeney's character plays a hockey player who's still amateurs, playing for the U.S. hockey team. He's probably the best player on the team, and he's playing in one of these games, the hockey tournament, and he gets severely injured. Injured enough to the point where he can't play anymore. Not only in the Olympics, but now he can't sign on to an NHL team because of the injury. And then of course, it also starts with Moira Kelly's character as well, who stars as a pier skater, one of the best pier skaters, in the world. And unfortunately, she can never get along with a partner. And when she had her trying to go for the gold medal in the Olympics, she messed up in the gold medal in the second half of the figure skating. So she blew a chance in the gold medal. She didn't even get any kind of a medal. And you know why? Because, spoilers, she falls doing one of the lifts in the routine. So she struck out in gold medal, and he struck out. Or the D.B. Sweeny character, he strikes out. So 2 years goes by, and D.B. Sweeney's character is now working in a factory. He's working in a bar league, playing hockey in a third-rate bar league. Because no other NHL team, there's a National Hockey League team, wouldn't sign him because of his eye. Because that's where the injury was, in his eye. And of course, Moira Kelly's character couldn't get along with another partner. Because this one is too big, this one's too short, this one sweats too much, this one doesn't sweat enough. She always nitpicks on each one of her new partners. And she has a new coach, a Russian coach, and he says, I can never get a new partner for her, because she's a word that rhymes with witch, and because of that, no one wants to partner with her. And then he comes up with the idea of going to D.B. Sweeny because he heard of him for some reason, or he remembers that he was in the Olympics in 1988 Olympics, and he got injured. So he kind of remembers what a powerful skater he was as a hockey player. So he says, "Oh, let's bring these two people together." And at first, she didn't want him because of, actually, of course, because she's being a jerk about it. And of course, he wants to take up the challenge of being her partner. And the father says, "Okay," approves of him. And he says to Moira Kelly, he says, "Look, honey, this is your last chance. This is the end of the line. Either him or you quit. Quit being a skater." And so for the next 2 years, they've been practicing for in the space of 2 years, and to qualify for the Nationals. And of course, when we went to the Nationals, they go on to the Olympics. And so you have that. And of course, what they do is, of course, they make the Nationals. They win the top two. And of course, you only, according to the rules, you're only allowed to have, with the U.S. squad, is only allowed to have 2 pair skating teams. One already made it, and now it's her turn. It was their turn to make it, and they got hosed on the scoring. But then the team that follows up, who slid into second place, bombed out, and they got such low scores that the 2 main characters, of course, they get in. So they get into the Olympics, and of course, we know who wins. But unfortunately, we never actually get to see him get the gold medal at the end of the movie. Which is what the one thing they didn't like about the movie is they didn't see him get the gold medal at the end of the film. But other than that, I thought it was a very, very good film, and the chemistry between Moira Kelly and Sweeny is what sells this movie for me. Because the two of them were terrific on screen. And I realized that there have been, I think, like 2 or 3 direct-to-video sequels from The Cutting Edge, which I haven't seen, because it doesn't store the 2 main characters that we get, in my opinion. But I haven't seen them because I found out that the 2 main characters are not in it. And the second one is pretty much a similar thing. So why rehash the same thing if it doesn't have the 2 main characters in it? But it is a very good movie. Toe-pick. I know I had to throw the toe-pick thing in there. And if you haven't seen the movie, you will understand my reference of toe-pick. Because when he first tries out, he knows that on a figure skate is different actually from skates that you wear for hockey. And he wants to know what's this claw thing on the front of the blade. He said, "Oh, that's a toe pick. It will make you stop." And he says, "Oh, alright." So every time he will fall, Moira Kelly will say, "Toe pick." You will over there and say, "Toe pick." And of course, there's another scene where he challenges her to a hockey game, and she gives such a snapshot, and the look on her face was so funny. Her face was so controlled, with such a strange look of mouth thing going on, and she hit him in the nose. And then he purposely had the doctor, which of course he didn't see. He purposely had the doctor bandage up his whole face. And of course he comes out and he says, "Oh my God, I thought it was just his nose." And then he just rips off the bandages and goes, "Toe pick," gives it back to her. And the coach was funny. She storms off. But like I said, the whole movie is the chemistry and the two of them constantly fighting. And then of course at the end of the movie they realize that they actually love each other. And after they do the big finish and the gold and the medal round, that's when they first he admits to her that he loves her. And after they do the long program, she finally admits to him that she loves him. And of course they kiss at the end. That's how the movie ends. Like I say, to me, they should have had the gold medal ceremony where they finally get the gold medal. That would have been a satisfying ending to me, not the ending where they, admit they love and win, because I want to see them actually win the thing. That's just like one criticism of the film. But other than that, this is a good movie. On the DVD, there's not that many extras on, other than the fact that it has the theatrical trailer on it. There's no audio commentary, there's no any of that stuff on here. But if you want to watch a very entertaining movie just before the Olympics start in 2 months, I recommend The Cutting Edge. The original one, forget the sequels. This is the best one. And you also like the soundtrack to this film. Even though I don't actually have the soundtrack in my CD collection, this movie has a very good soundtrack on it as well. So if you ever get a chance to see it, see it. And thank you for watching the video. Please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.